Alright, Naruto came out today, and Naruto 620 came out, I'm sorry. Didn't like it. I did not like it, and I'll tell you why. It had the feel of like a setup chapter, like this was supposed to just set up something just like fucking epic, and you can tell because it was just kind of like, don't talk about the village, but they kind of just stopped talking about it after a while, and it was just like, you know, exposition between the characters, and then in the end he was like, where should I begin? Let me get back to it. And you see Hashirama and Madara just fighting. I'm like, okay, this is about to segue into something epic. But then it segued into some shit that we've already seen. So I'm like, why, Kishimoto? Why? Chapter starts off with Hashirama Senju talking about, you know, Shinobi and the village and all that shit. And Sasuke, honestly, I have never hated a character as much as I hated him. I really don't understand this character, man. Like, at all. You know, he's like, with your answer, I would either crush Konoha or, and it's left ambiguous, but, you know, I mean, obviously he gonna say some stupid shit like, I either crush Konoha or I'm gonna say kill Madara. Something like that. Something like make the original one who made my brother suffer. Some dumb shit, right? Something stupid. You know, I don't care for Sasuke's character, man, because I just feel like if my mother did everything in her power to make sure that I had the best education, that I didn't end up in the street selling drugs, and she died with that wish that I wouldn't go down that path, and as soon as she died, I went outside and started selling crack, that's an insult to my mother. So why would Sasuke want to do the exact thing his brother didn't want him to do? Hey, bro, don't hate the village. Alright? Don't hate the village. Live a normal life. Put all your hate on me. Don't hate the village. Okay, bro. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to put all my hate in you and I'm going to kill you. Finally, he kills his brother. Learns the truth. I'm going to destroy the village now. I love my brother so much I'm going to destroy it. Don't make sense, kid. But anyway, let's move past that, shall we? So yeah, after this, man, it's pretty much just talk, you know. Say he gonna either crush the village and all that type of shit, and you know, I ain't gonna lie, I'm really liking Hashirama's character because he's just kind of just like goofy. He just kind of like he kind of goofy until Tobirama tries to step up and kill Sasuke. Then, when that happened, because Tobirama was just kind of getting like real, just like gangster, you know what I'm saying? He just kind of like, man, I'm about to fuck this dude up. Finger move. And then Hashirama's like, Tobirama. Ground breaks. Like, his chakra like spiked so high that like the ground was torn asunder and ripped from the depths of its soul and all that, you know, exposition. And I'm sorry, but all that happened, man. I was like, man, Tobirama really was the shit, right? And as soon as that happened, he went right back to just So it's just funny to see, man. Like, you know, you don't have to be a total asshole just because you have, you know, powers. You know, in a way, it's funny because people are like the first Hokage reminds them of Naruto. Like Naruto is kind of similar or whatever, but Naruto was never just like super strong. He has, you know, gained strength as the series went on, but he wasn't regarded as like strong. But Hashirama, to me, like Kakashi has those type of sentiments like that, because Kakashi is very modest about his own skill. Like, he doesn't just kind of brag. He always constantly saying that this generation has surpassed him. So Kakashi, to me, he's not as goofy as the first Hokage is, but in regard to him not bragging about his own power and not being self-centered about how strong he is, they remind me of each other in that aspect. But pretty much, man, Hashirama just says he'll sit down and he'll talk to him and all that type of shit. And then Orochimaru's like, well, hurry up and tell him because we pressed for time. And then Sarutobi is like, what you mean? Why are you pressed for time? And then Orochimaru informs them that they're in the middle of a war right now, so they don't have the luxury time of just bullshitting around. We're in the middle of a war. And as soon as he said that, everybody was trying to like get the hell on. They're like, okay, well, let's hurry up and go or whatever. And I like the fact that Minato was able to sense Naruto. What I don't understand is I can't recall if they was able to sense Madara's chakra. They can sense it. They were able to sense it. What Tobirama was, he was able to sense that Madara's chakra was in the distance. Why couldn't Minato sense Obito's chakra? He felt Naruto's, so why wasn't he able to feel Obito's chakra? You know what I mean? Because Obito is there too. You know, and I don't know if Madara's powering up, but his chakra has to be somewhat in a release state, and Obito's is too because he's using the Mangekyo Sharingan, so his chakra is in at least somewhat of a release state. So I just would have thought that, Minato would have been able to sense that, but obviously not. Apparently not. He can't sense that. Orochimaru also told them that Madara had been revived, and they just like, we got to rush to the battlefield. And Tobirama tries to, he kind of like, well, I invented this technique, the Edo Tensei, so I can just break it. Can't. Orochimaru is full of Senju DNA, no pun intended. But because he used that Zetsu body to recreate his own body, he's just full of Senju DNA. But then he notes that he cannot control Hashirama. He notes that Hashirama has been moving on his own accord all this time. And Hashirama is like, dude, don't worry. I'm going to talk to this kid, because if I turn my back on him, he will end up being just like Madara. And Lord knows we don't want another one of them. If only he knew about Obige. But he goes to talk about him, and that's when the flashbacks start, and you see Obito. You see Madara and Hashirama fighting each other, and Hashirama has a giant broadsword that looked cool, and Madara is using his war fan, and Madara is using the Nine Tails as his subordinate, and he also has the Susanoo activated, but Hashirama uses the Wood Dragon, and he also uses something else like a Wood Guardian, and it's almost like a Susanoo, except it's like a wood spirit, and it just kind of like catches the Biju Bomb, just kind of like, and just kind of throws that shit away, so that was cool to see, and that's how that shit ends, he's like, if I'm going to tell you the story about Shinobi and the village, I should start with the Senju and the Uchiha clans. Which is kind of weird, because, there were other clans too, but, talk about the most famous ones, the most OP'd ones in the Naruto universe, you gotta do that. And that's how this chapter ends, and like I said, I didn't like it because it was set up to reveal something massive, and it didn't. And I felt like the flashback chapters could have been done much earlier than what they were, because the whole thing with, Tobirama rushing to, towards Sasuke, and them explaining the technique, the Edo Tensei and all that shit. I felt like that didn't need to be there, because obviously Sasuke is not going to die at this juncture, so that was a waste of time. Like I said, the flashbacks just could have been in the beginning of the chapter and just gradually moved on to reveal something better, and at this point though, man, like, is there anything that we could learn from this story that we don't know? I'm just thinking, man, because first of all, that's a stupid question that Sasuke asked. You got the 4 greatest like ninja in your village, and that's the question that you ask. What does it mean to be a shinobi? I want to know. It doesn't. It means what you want it to mean. It's gonna be a different meaning for everybody, man. Like, some of the people in that universe became shinobi like out of duty. Some of them became shinobi out of pride. So it's only, it's of your own discretion what it means to be a shinobi, and your village, is whatever you make of it. Right now the Leaf Village is in total chaos. It's just broken down. It's total asunder. But it's still the village. They still see it as their home. You know, so it doesn't matter, man. The village is like here, not just the physical place. So I don't understand, man. Like, are we really gonna learn anything useful from this exchange, or is it just gonna be bullshit? That's what I'm wondering. Is it really gonna be BS, or are we gonna actually learn something? Because if not, I can't be too mad, because that's what I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? But if it's gonna benefit us in some way, then that would be fine. But I highly doubt it. I don't have any hope that these flashbacks are gonna reveal something awesome. I really don't. I don't have any hope. I felt like this chapter was just. It was a setup chapter, but it was a setup chapter done wrong. I give it that. Okay. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, because of the way the flashback was done, I don't have to give it like a 4.8. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Hashirama's character, so that's what's giving it the higher grade. But the flashbacks was just done at the wrong time in the chapter. It should have been done earlier, to go past the stuff that we had already seen. I mean, the pacing is awful right now. I'm not gonna lie, the pacing is awful. But been reading Naruto for like 5 years, like 4 or 5 years, so I'm not just gonna stop. That'd be ridiculous. And like I said, I'm a fan of the series, you know what I'm saying? But I'm able to criticize it because I am a fan. And that's all for me, man. Let me know what you thought about the chapter. Let me know what you think is going to be revealed. Let me know how you feel about Hashirama. Do you like his character? I do. I like Hashirama. I wanted to know more about Tobirama because he's more of a mystery, but I like Hashirama's character, man. He's cool. I'm confused as to why he's revived in that young stage. He still looks young, but he was around when Tsunade was a girl, and that's his granddaughter, so that's weird to me. He still looks young. Maybe the Senju DNA keeps you young. I don't know. But, yeah, that's it for me, man. If you could, man, thumbs up this video. Probably not. I may have a few Narutards who just, dislike this video because I said I didn't like it as much, but whatever. If you could, though, man, drop some comments below, man, If you could, man, use your mouse to click that subscribe button. That'll help me out. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers. I'm almost there. I really want to get to 200 subscribers, so if you could, help me out with that. Drop some comments below, get a discussion going, all that type of stuff. And I hope to see you guys next weekend. Take care.